love that. That's incredible. You got the US flags. You got all the. You got the anti-eagles, right? Oh yeah.
We're a leader in school.
Are you a leader in these school? I didn't know that. We love our leader in these schools. That's incredible.
Yeah, we have very important ones like being proactive and civilized.
That's amazing. Most kids don't even know what those words mean. You do, right? I love it. Thank you. Wow. Thanks for welcoming me. This is incredible. And thanks to all the leaders in the school who are here. Thank you for having us today. And thank you to Representative Peterson, because it's her bill that we're going to sign today. This is Representative Peterson. She's from the House of Representatives in the legislature and passed a really important bill for our rural schools. Yeah, we're excited to sign it today. This is awesome. Okay, what else?
This is where you'll be signing your bill.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for welcoming me. This is awesome. Do you like going to school?
Yes.
You having a good year?
Yes.
Yeah? Are you excited that it's warm outside?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So Manti's cool. Do you know where I grew up?
Where?
I grew up in Fairview. Do you know where Fairview is?
Yes.
Not very far from here. So right, so you guys know where Fairview is? Yeah, some of you do. My wife grew up in Mount Pleasant, so pretty close. But my ancestors settled here in Manti with the pioneers when they first came here. So we love Manti, and this feels like home to us. So thanks for having us here.
Also, what was your favorite subject in school when you were a kid?
My favorite subject in school, I love to read. So anytime we were working on reading, that was my favorite thing. I still love to read. Do you guys like to read?
Yes.
Okay, promise me you'll keep reading, okay?
Okay.
It's incredibly important. So I'm reading a bunch of books right now, and always have new books to read. Makes
Which
it
one's
fun.
your favorite?
My favorite? Oh gosh, if I had to pick one right now, well, I'm looking at this. This is really special, this board right now. And I'm reading a lot about our founding of our country. Do you guys know what next year is? It's a celebration. It's a special celebration. We're going to celebrate something all across the United States. 250 years since the signing of one of the documents you have up there. I think it's over there. The Declaration of Independence. It was 250 years ago. So we're going to be celebrating that. So I've been reading a lot about that. But my very favorite book right now is a book about one of our former presidents, about Abraham Lincoln. It's called Team of Rivals. And it's a book about how he was a leader in our country. And when he became president, he hired the people who ran against him for president to work with him in the government. And so they kind of hated him because he won and beat them. But he wanted them to be part of his team, and they became really close friends. And so it's a great leadership book, and one you should definitely read when you're a little older, because it's really long and really complicated. But I think you'll love it. So thank you for having me. All right, are we ready to do this?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to step in here, but I'm going to have Representative Peterson come and talk to you all about her bill a little bit. So, Representative, you want to come join me over here? Okay. Here we are. Yeah, right there's good. Well, we are so excited to do this. I have to say, we don't do a lot of these for a very good reason. This year, the legislature passed 582 bills, and I only have 20 days to review all 582 of those new laws and decide if I'm going to sign or veto them. So I don't have a lot of time to go out and celebrate and do actual bill signings. What we usually do is after those 20 days, when we want to celebrate some really important new laws, we'll do what we call ceremonial bill signings. So even though they're already law and even though I've already signed them, we'll get together and pretend like we're doing it for the first time just so we can get some attention and talk about the important bills and pay tribute to our amazing legislators. But this one was so important to me and so important to our state. As I mentioned, I grew up in a small town not very far from here. I went to Fairview Elementary School, which is pretty similar in size, a little smaller than your elementary school here. And that's where my kids went to school as well. They went to Fairview Elementary School. And I just believe in our rural schools so much. And making sure that we're getting enough funding there has always been a challenge. It's easier when you're up in a big city, right? There's lots of businesses and lots of big buildings and they pay lots of taxes. And it's a lot harder in rural Utah when we don't have the same amount of taxes. And so sometimes we need a little help. And that's what this bill is about, our critical schools in the state. So Representative, would you just take a few minutes and explain to everyone what this bill is about and why it's so important?
Okay, so and why it's so fun that we're here. So Manti Elementary is the school where my dad went to elementary school. And then he went to Ephraim Jr., and then he went to Manti High, just like you guys are going to do. This is where he grew up. And so I asked him last night what he remembers about Manti Elementary. And he told me the rolls were really good at lunch, which probably may not be true. He told me like playing marbles in the sandbox. He told me he did not like square dancing. And what else did he tell me?
Probably don't do a lot of square dancing
Yeah.
anymore, but we did when I went to Fairview Elementary. We did square
He did
dancing.
square dancing, yeah. That was not his favorite. But you know what his favorite was?
What?
He told me about 3 of his teachers. Mrs. Jennings, his 6th grade teacher, who she said, she got me. She understood me. She's the one that really taught me so much, and she understood me. He talked about a teacher named Mrs. Woodbeck, who taught him how to play the ukulele, and he had her twice. He had her 3rd and 4th grade, and he said she was so much fun. So the reason I ran this bill is to hire good teachers, to hire principals, to hire school counselors, to hire all of those kinds of people. Our schools have to have the money ongoing. They can't just have a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there and a little bit of money here. And I want to make sure every student in our state, in every school in our state, in every corner in our state, gets to have a Mrs. Jennings, gets to have a teacher that gets them, that understands them. And so to do that, we have to make sure that we have money not just now, but in the future for all of our students, especially in rural Utah. And so I'm really grateful that we get to be here with you guys and celebrate this. And this only happened because we had some incredible leaders here in rural Utah, like Superintendent Kobe Willis from Paiute, who really helped make this happen, and Superintendent Lamborn, who couldn't be here today, but he lives up in Rich. And they were great leaders. The people in charge of your school district, they're good leaders, and they really think about students and how we can best take care of them. So this bill makes sure that we have funding for you now, $16 million more for all of our rural students on top of what we already had going forward, and then that this will continue so that your administrators can hire teachers and school counselors and bus drivers and school administrators and custodians and everyone that make it happen here at our school. So I'm grateful I got to be part of that.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is House Bill 396. I'm going to find, this is the official copy that will be enrolled, that will be in the laws of our state forever moving forward. Then I'm going to sign 3 ceremonial copies and then give one to you and to our superintendent. We can take a picture together. So I'm going to go ahead and start signing these. It just takes a minute when you have to sign 4 of them. All right. There we go. It's officially law. Congratulations, Representative. All right. Sign these. Imagine doing this 582 times. Well, I can't either. That's why I'm going to veto some of them. So, but not very many, just a few. And I know Ben Winslow's going to ask me, which ones, Governor? Which ones are you going to veto?
You know it.
And I'm still not going to tell you. But there might be one later today, so stay tuned. Okay, last one. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to take an official picture. Representative, can I give you that one? Superintendent, give both of our superintendents one of those to hold. Thank you. All right. Now we're all going to smile right here in the middle, okay?
We're going to get you in real close. And then if I'll have the gentleman on the side maybe come over here as well. We might actually
Principal, can you
have to get a
squeeze in here?
little closer because I can't go back anymore.
Okay.
Up against the wall, like they say. Let's move you guys over just a little bit right there. Thank you. And then, sir, maybe I'll have you step in the very back.
Yep. Perfect. Does that work?
Almost. One more time.
Get a little tighter.
Really
Squeeze
tight,
in.
guys. Really tight.
Squeeze in. Be.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm gonna do trick. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Over here. Okay, got it.
All right, we did it. Thanks, everybody. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Thanks for joining us and helping us make it a lot today. We really